Ho'oikaika presents Christy, A Journey to Healing.
Started off with hopes and dreams, and it ended up being broken hopes and dreams. We then ended up homeless, and struggling to try to figure out what we were gonna do with such a large family. So we went to go and live in our van for a while. We would go look for bathrooms at various beach parks so that the kids could brush their teeth or, wash their face and get ready for school. And then we would start our trek from dropping one child off to the next, and hopefully being able to get my husband to work. There was times where we were sitting around the campfire, sitting around a grill, hoping for food, but we didn't have any food.
I didn't tell my friends because I felt shame because I didn't have a house and they did.
We were scared to reach out, ask for help. Maybe a little too prideful, thinking that, we got this, we could do it on our own. It's not even like that. I received counsel through Mia at CFS because when we first met them, I felt like we kind of walked in and we were like a hurricane and a tornado all in one.
And this storm was calmed by the collaboration of services.
Children of Justice came in and helped us with beds and, household items, for us to, continue doing what we needed to do.
I love that.
You had fun, yeah? It was such a heart-wrenching moment. Just receiving all the items and not knowing how my kids would react. Family Life Center heard about us and they watched us continuously for, I would say, about a year until we were able to get housed.
Wait, I have a phone.
My daughter, the first time they were able to set foot into a tub, she didn't even know what a tub was. Since she was a baby, she never really knew what a home was. We never really wanted that kind of life for our kids, but we had to go through it.
Mama.
With all the different agencies and help that's out there, we were able to go through it, only through them.
It was through the support of the Ho'oikaika partnership that she was able to navigate the system.
At times it was a humiliating experience, but it was very humbling all in one. The pain, the hurt. And I'm so grateful to all the people and all the agencies that, stepped out to reach a helping hand or to lend services, just gifts and, donations to help families like ours move forward.
Now that's bringing a community together. I'm actually emotional about it. That if you were there to watch it, it was just very powerful for their journey, and to know that emptying of us played a role in getting them to where they needed to be. So, and I gave all the kids soda loaded with sugar. So, Michelle, do you have some introductions to do?
I do, and I got emotional myself as well. You know, it's so amazing. But I just want to take a few seconds for us to just take a few deep breaths in, you know, be very intentional in your breath as we move forward. And take everything in. Mahalo. We're going to ask Dr. Kimo Alameda to share again with us.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that was real touching. You know, the laughter at the end. That did it for me right there. You know, I could do a screen share, but I got about 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure, you know, we keep on track with the time. So I think, you know, that my PDF is on the conference website. So maybe I can just talk about it. So what I wanted to end with is this idea of, you know, that the biggest protective factor is us, really, in the work that we do, you know, because we bring that protection to the families, and we bring that protection to the children that we work with. Just like what you saw in that video. I mean, it is true. It took your village to raise that family right there, and to create that laugh at the end. And I think that laugh was the hallmark of this conference right there, is to get our kids to feel happy. And if they can continue that laugh, that, you know, throughout their day, even if they're struggling with our house, they're struggling with domestic issues, you know, if they can find that safe place where they can laugh, I feel like we're doing a really good job. And so good job right there. But we also got to be at a place where we can laugh, you know. So, and our work is tough. And so in my presentation, you know, I kind of highlighted a few, you know, areas in our life that we can get stressed out on. You know, work is a big one. You know, so you know, kind of my tip is, you know, you gotta, we all gotta feel like our work is not really work. It's kind of like our calling. You know, it's our kuleana almost, kind of our purpose. You know, and I think if we come to the place where our work is our purpose, then it's not work almost. It's almost like it's just what we do. Of course, we got to get paid for it. So, you know, because we got to put food on our table and got to pay the bills. But serving, the service that we provide, I bet you all of us will do it regardless of whether or not we get paid or not. Just because that's who we are, and that's the great blessing, right? We got 181 of you on this Zoom call, you know, and you guys are case managers, social service providers, you know, and they say God couldn't be everywhere. That's why he made one social service provider. Okay, so we get 182 now angels on this Zoom call, because you're doing the work, right? You're reaching out, and you're doing it because you can, because you get enough oxygen for give. But sometimes we don't have enough oxygen, so then we gotta go get oxygen. And so the best, I don't know, if I could pick one thing that I could wish for you folks, so that you don't get compassion fatigue or aloha fatigue, is, if I could wish one thing, and that is, this might surprise you, it's good sleep. So if you guys get good sleep, like 8 hours kind, solid, where you're just dreaming, even a nightmare is good sleep, because at least you're in REM sleep, right? Then I just that's like my present to you, because our body heals in deep sleep. And so if you cannot get this deep sleep, just try to figure it out. Like for me, I kind of an insomnia guy. You know, it take me 2 hours before I sleep. I'm always thinking about everything. And then I realized, like, you know, try to stay in the present, right? So like people say, you know, like tomorrow is anxiety. Yesterday is depression. So if you can stay in the present, you know, and you know, then especially when you're trying to sleep, and don't let your thoughts wander off too much to tomorrow, and don't let it wander back too much to yesterday, and just stay in the present and listen to the fan or whatever music you like play, or you know, the Big Island, we get coqui frogs, so the coqui frogs outside and the crickets, and I just try to stay there, and then sooner or later I'm just off to sleep. And once I figured sleep out, oh man, hey, I'm ready for the next day. I'm ready to, who can I help today? You know, because like I'm feeling energetic and alive, and I'm not feeling lazy or lethargic, and I'm ready to go. So that's my big wish for you guys is y'all is just you gotta get good sleep. And of course, you know, hanging out with people who kind of like share the same passions. You know, people who believe in servicing, you know, others. That positive energy is so important. Like I shared earlier this morning, you know, we come from a very special place, Hawaii. You know, the Ha is the breath that we share, the same air that we share. You know, so we're all doing the same work, and that work is service. And so, you know, continue to do that same work. It requires us to think positive, you know, to continue feeling like we're making a difference. And, you know, as a psychologist, I always felt like I wanted to see the difference, you know, and then I went back to my dad again. I was like, I don't know about this field. I think I like being a plumber now, because at least I can see the results, right? Hey, the pipes connect them, you know, we put them through the roof, the vent, and then I test the water, and it's like, it's not leaking. I was like, oh, yes, it works. You know, like I feel good. Okay. But hey, in our work, we're dealing with people. People are so complex. Like we kind of just test the water to see if they're fixed. Like we don't know. Like it takes time. So my dad, he goes, such a smart man. He goes, hey, you know your work. You're not a psychologist. You're like one farmer. You just like one farmer. You just planting seeds. You know. So and if we can, you know, our work, like we just farmers, right? We planting seeds, and maybe somebody else down the road, they come in, they water it. Maybe somebody else fertilizes it, and all of a sudden, just like that video, right? So after a while, then you see our children and our families start to blossom, you know, and it takes time. So this idea of just being patient with yourself, and that, you know, got to solve, you know, all the world's problems for that family all in one instance. Once I realized that, oh, okay, you know, I'm not a psychologist, I'm a farmer. Okay, so, you know, maybe I'm just watering the seed today. And so, you know, maybe somebody else can help, you know, maybe a policy change will help actually create the conditions for that person to be successful. So that's important to me. And then another thing I learned is that with children, you know, with my own kids, I try not to compare, like, you know, this child is better than that child. And, you know, because I read a poem, I don't know where it was, but it really hit home. It said, children are like butterflies. You know, they all fly as high as they can, basically. But they're all beautiful. You know, some fly high, some fly low, some fly in the middle. That's just, but they're all super, super beautiful, and they're all unique, and there's no one butterfly like the other. So we can create conditions for have some fly higher, you know, like wind, right? We can create the conditions like encouragement and praise. And praise goes a long way. You know, I always catching my kids doing things right, you know, like busted, what that? Hey, thanks, Ed, for helping your sister. Busted, what that? Hey, thanks, Ed, for, you know, doing the laundry and everything, ask you for doing the laundry. Thank you so much. You know, and that kind of encouragement, that kind of energy, hey, after a while, I see my kids, you know, catching their siblings doing things right too. And that kind of energy is what I try to keep in my home and in my work. So So it's, but I think it starts with me, and it starts with all of us. We got to be at the place where we can be calm, cool. It's hard to make a point. If you can make a point without making an enemy, that's the definition of tact. So, okay, making a point without making an enemy. So, but that requires you to be calm, right? And just kind of like sharing that suggestion, and seeing how that resonates with the person that you're trying to share that with, and then having that dialogue, listening, hearing with your heart, then reflecting, and so we're in an awesome field, everybody. This is what we do, and there's a lot to say about self-care. So continue to be positive. Practice that positive self-talk. I shared this the last time about the woman who was in a supermarket in KTA, and she was with her baby. They were driving around, and in the stroller, and she was like, and the baby was like really like having a tantrum, grabbing stuffs, and the mom was like, "It's okay, Jennifer." And so I was watching, right, and then I was in the cereal section, she was in the fruits and vegetables, and the baby was still turning a tantrum, and the mom was real cool, calm, and she was like, "It's okay, Jennifer." So I was like, I was impressed, because I do parent training, and then that's like exactly how I would want to respond to my own kids, who's throwing a tantrum inside the supermarket. So finally, I'm in checkout 1, she's in checkout 2, and the baby's still all, tantruming, and she's still cool, man. "It's okay, Jennifer." So I catch her outside, and I go, "Hey, Mrs. My name is Kimo, Alameda. I'm just so impressed. I get kids too." And I ask her, "So by the way, how old's Jennifer?" And she go, "Oh, no, I'm Jennifer." so hey, so I realized positive self-talk, okay, can go a long way. Okay, so we gotta give ourselves some positive self-talk every once in a while. Remain positive. Sometimes our conversation with colleagues can get a little bit heated, but as long as we have difference of the heart, and like we still get the good intentions, and we can forgive each other, and like maybe it's miscommunication or whatever, but let's just start to get back on the same page so that we can do good work for the people out there, the families that need us. And this is an awesome group. You guys are awesome. Again, I just did the training on fentanyl. It's pretty bad. And again, if anybody would request that training for the schools, I'm doing it all over the schools. I'm doing it with Child Adolescent Mental Health Division, Big Island, Adult Mental Health Division, Big Island, for all the staff. It's a different way to look at addictions, and the more information we get on how to help our people, I think the more equipped we are, the bigger the impact. So, but we got to take care of ourselves. So continue your daily.
Kimo, excuse me. I have a question. Somebody has
good.
a question.
Go ahead before I end. What's the
Who has
question?
their hand up?
Sorry about that. I was just saying, yes, I would like to have that training.
Yes. Yeah. So you know how to get in touch with me. You can go to the conference coordinators. I got my email and everything. And so, yeah, we just spread the truth about that drug. But anything, I can talk on any kind of subject. So, going back to this, yeah. So take care of yourself. Know that if you're not filled with your oxygen, it's hard to give other people oxygen, and the oxygen is the ha in Hawaii, right? So we got to keep that aloha spirit going, everybody. And remember, get good sleep. Okay, so I'll leave you with that, and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you, everybody. Aloha.
Mahalo, Dr. Alameda. That was amazing. And, I just want to thank everybody that's here, because I say a prayer every morning when I get up. I do a meditation and to start my day on a spiritual path. And it's a Catholic prayer, but it's called the St. Francis prayer, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon. And I added a word to the injury, let me sow pardon. Where there is injury, let me sow healing. And that's what I want to thank everyone, because we all see the injuries and we're all part of the healing. And you should be very proud of yourself for being an instrument of peace and an instrument of healing in people's lives. And I am going to turn it over to Michelle because, she likes to dominate the situation. And it's funny because Michelle and I go way back, and Michelle is an instrument of peace in my life, and I love her to death. And, and I'm just looking, Heidi, Deb, Bobby Joe, all these people that come into our lives because of what we do are so important to us. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for being an instrument of peace and being part of a healing process.
Thanks. I'll give you the $100 after this episode. Oh, sorry. Is my mute button not on? Thank you, Paul. My sentiments to each and every one of you too. Mahalo, doctor. See, I had to put the glasses on. So just a quick reminder, the link is going to be in the chat box for your evaluations. This evaluation will afford you the 6 CEUs for all ADAD CEU credits. Did I say that right? This will afford you 6 CEUs for all certifications through ADAD. $25 gift card. That's your makana from the partnership. Look at the presentation they put on for us today, and they're still giving. So mahalo for that. Wanted to mahalo our sponsors as well, our attendees, and all those who made this conference possible. For more information about the Ho'o'i Kaika Partnership and how to get involved, check out the website and contact our coordinator, Deb Moreau. The link will be in the chat. I want to ask, is Kuulei Perreira-Keawekane here? Bring her back for our closing Kulean protocol.
Aloha, I'm here.
Mahalo, Kuulei.
Mahalo, Kuulei.
For bringing the cultural component to this that really makes it special. I just wanted to say that because once you close, we're done.
Oh yeah, no. Mahalo to you. Mahalo yaoi, Dr. Kimo Alameda, for your ono mana'o to share today. I've learned so much from you folks, and this was a wonderful time to get together to learn and equip ourselves with the things we need to equip ourselves with in order to ho'oi kaika, in order to malama ohana, in order to kako'o each other. And so I'm gonna upload the slides that I spoke about, or the slides that I used in the presentation, to my platform on the Sked, because I was also a speaker. And then you folks will be able to access that. I'm gonna share my screen in just a second. Can you folks hear my dad outside? No. He's singing at the top of his lungs while he's farming the pigs. So he'll be our closing product. No, just kidding. Can you folks see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the intentions that we're looking at. We talked about awamo, and so we didn't describe the word, but that's what we've done in this short time together. And awamo is a stick or a pole that you put on top of your back, or like maybe cows. You put on the cows, and there's like buckets of water on each side. Awamo is the word to mean evenly distribute or equally distribute the weight. Today we learned how to be better carriers, be better bearers of this weight as we are in service to keiki and communities and ohana and each other. We learned how to kokua, or how to help each other along the way. We learned how to kako'o, how to support each other along the way. We learned methods to ho'oi kaika, or to strengthen ourselves along the way. We learned about the term, we talked about the essence of the kia'i, which is the protection or the protector. As we discussed protective factors, we talked about the concept of aloha, or we learned about the concept of aloha specifically from Kanoe folks, aloha at home. And I think the thing that that Dr. Alameda was talking about is this malama piece. Some of us talked about really heavy cultural things today, and we all learned a lot. I just wanted to remind ourselves and remind each of you to take care of yourselves after this. Eat good food, drink a tall glass of water, and really take the time to malama. Because I wrote down this quote that one of my attendees said. She said, "You gotta malama you, so that when you have to give, you have to give. Because if you don't have to give, you cannot give, you know." So each of us as providers ought to make sure to take care of ourselves and to malama, do the things we can to preserve our ability to serve. I'm going to share this pule with you all today. This is called the Pule Ho'ola. A dearly beloved friend of mine and cousin of mine, Dr. Kaholokula, helped me to find this pule. This is the pule they use at the Mauli Ola at the Healing Garden at the John A. Burns School of Medicine. It was written by Auntie Kekuhi, Keli'i Kanaka Ole o Haililani of Panaewa. And these are the intentions that I leave you with today. Following this pule, we do this thing called an upoho. So you don't have to unmute yourselves now, but at the end of this, what we'll do is I'll ask you to unmute. And what you do is you put your hands in a cup like this and you just clap twice. And that is the ho'oku'u, and that is the release from all of the good stuff that we learned today. The first clap represents all of the medicine of the sessions and the opening and the keynotes reverberating inward to inform ourselves, to inform our identities and our work at home and beyond. And the second clap represents those same intentions of healing and overcoming difficulties and disparity. Those same intentions are then spreading out into our communities and beyond. And so that is the upoho following the pule. Mahalo everyone for joining us. Just really appreciate you folks and look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Eia no ka pule ho'ola. O ku kahikina o ka la, o hina komohana o ka la, na o makua launa hele hele ho'oulu kanaka. E maliu mai. O na o makua e aloha mai. Ka mea ima I ia e kalawale kona haumia me kona hema hema apau. E ia ka vai he vai hui kala e kala. E kala ho ila e ia ka la au he la au ku he la au moe he la au kolo ka la au. O ku ka akau o hina ka hema e ho mai I la au lapa au I la au a kua he a he ili he lau. He liko he pua he hua ka la au. Ai ka la au e ola ho I la Oho aka ka mahina puka ke au. O ku ka mahina puka ke au. Ka loa ka mahina puka ke au. O kane ka mahina puka ke au. O lono ka mahina puka ke au. Aho I hou ka mauli ola. O ka panina ke ia ua ola. Ola kolo pupu a haumaka I ole. A palala uhala ka I koko. A mama ua noa, mama ua noa e. High intentions of wellness for each of you as we upoho together in 3, 2, and 1. Ayano, mahalo kako. Thank you for being. Don't forget to do the evaluations and we'll see you again. Aloha nui.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Hui hou.
I see that people are putting lots of mana'o in the chat. Please feel free to do that. Oyano, mahalo kako. Mahalo, mahalo. I'm gonna stay on. I think the gang might stay on as well, but I just wanna make sure if anybody has questions for me or any of the other folks that are here, we'll stay on just a few extra minutes. Mana'o, anyone?
Oh, overhead.
I think somebody is.
Hey,
Somebody is.
baby.
Oh, somebody is not muted, and I love it.
Kalamai.
No, may kai, may kai. Mahalo, Adele. Mahalo, Paul.
Mahalo, Kuulei. Thank you so much. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Deb. Mahalo for having me this year. I really appreciate you and all of you folks. This is really amazing. Do you have any thoughts? Any thoughts for us? Anyone here? Anyone here at all?
Just as a guest on the lands in Hawaii is what I consider myself. I just really am very appreciative because bringing in the cultural aspect and teaching me yesterday, right? The protocols that now I can, as a guest of your land, when I have to open something up, I can do it being culturally sensitive. So I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, Paul. Mahalo for your facilitation and also again for the ways you malama keiki in this space, for the ways you take care of children. It's not usually an easy task to do that, let alone ones that you didn't birth or have anything to do with really having biologically. So just thank you. Thank you for your good work. Mahalo Uilani. Uilani is the one that said you have to malama you or take care of yourself, because when you have to give, like you have to, like when you have to give, when you're put into an opportunity to give, you have to give. You know, you have things to give. So, may kai. Uilani mahalo yaʻoe.
Mahalo nui. This is such a great opportunity, I think, for time to refocus and learn and refill our na'au and our knowledge or remembering of some of the things being taught. So totally appreciate people who shared their knowledge and what they brought with them today. So I really appreciate everybody, especially Paul. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while in person. I can't wait till you come back to Molokai.
I'll be there mid-month with Heidi.
Oh,
I was just there last week with Tanaka and Titi.
Oh, okay.
We got good things
with
coming.
MCAT?
Get in touch with Heidi. Get in touch with Heidi Allen Castle. She's got some great things coming over there.
Okay.
Or Tyler Tanaka.
Tyler Tanaka. Oh, I was like, who's Heidi?
Heidi is going to be assisting us over there. She's on
the
Zoom.
Heidi, are you here? And is your last name Allen Castle or Allen Caster?
It's Allen Caster.
Okay, great. Paul, it's Heidi Allen Caster.
I know.
Oh. Did you say I know?
Be kind. I'm a senior citizen, and Michelle is my senior companion. She's supposed to watch me for things like that.
We love senior citizens.
Wait, I'm trying to get my $25 gift card.
Oh yeah, I know. It's that evaluation.
Yes, I'm kupuna, so I can only do so many things at once.
Yes, may kai. May kailoa. I feel so grateful. Uila ni mahalo pala na ole ya oi no kanawe ana mai I keia mea maka Zoom. Oi ai no oi me na keiki. Ke a oni oi maka puna na leo kia manawa?
Ole aiwa mana kula ma o ke kai ano kumua o a'o. Oi hoi he behavioral health specialist.
Oh,
no laila malama wau I ka na'au ke la me keia haumana I komo I ko'u ke ena nui nui pono wau e malama I ko una au I hiki o ke haʻawi ke aloha nui ke ia haumana.
Ai, oia no ka auamo ana I kekahi mea. Ina ʻaʻole ʻoe malama I kou poʻahiwi ʻaʻale hiki ke auamo. No ela, ai, malama ia ʻoe tita.
Ai, a mena kanaka ia e laulima ana ma keia ano hana I loko o ke kula, a ma waho o ke kula. Ai, nui na kuleana a maikaʻi ke laulima kākou o keia aha o ka hoʻoikaika. Maikaʻi loa no kēlā ano hana ka laulima ana.
Mahalo tita. Ia, kākou o keia ko umakamua o keia aha. But manaʻo lana wau, aia wau manaʻi I keia makahiki aʻe. Kako, we're just sharing that, and I just, it's always important that if you speak Hawaiian, you do it in as many spaces as you can, as much as you can, forever. But we're just talking about because I was thanking her for coming on to our conference here because she mentioned that she had to go back to check on some keiki, and so I asked her if she was working for the Punana, which is a preschool, a Hawaiian language preschool here. And she said no, that she does some behavioral work, and her job or her responsibility or her role is to take care of the kind of like the spirits and the inner workings of some of the students where she's at. And so I explained to her that it's really good work that she's doing, and just like when we carry the big weight on our shoulders, we have to take care of our shoulders so that we can continue to do the good work. Uilani said it's also really important for us to remember the importance of coming together. Kalau lima ana, the coming together to work through these things. And she mentioned that the Ho'ikaika conference is one really good place for us to meet and to learn more about how we can do that together, how we can work together to navigate these systems and these things. So mahalo pala na ʻole iā ʻoe tita.
If I can tag on what you said, you know your ki'i or your picture that you showed us of your kumula'au, your tree, and you had the people in different places, the kua, ikua. And so I kind of feel like that's what Ho'ikaika Partnership tries to foster, that connection, so that in our different places we can help bring down the log from Maka to Makai. And I mean, we all are carrying some kind of load. And so I really like that analogy that you gave. It just helped me because I used to work in the immersion or kaiapuni realm, but I went into social work. And so now it's a lot harder to infuse the cultural piece sometimes because they get clinical and they get systematic and very Western. And so I love that we're going from a cultural lens for all the different presentations today. And that really helped me to just refocus and reground myself in remembering like why I do this and my kupuna and all of that.
Yeah, that's an important piece, Tita. That's a really important piece. Mahalo iā ʻoe. We gotta stick to that oia i'o that we know, I see that Michelle Navarro Ishiki has a question, and then also Rachel Coles. I think some people are struggling with the evaluation, but Rachel, do you have thoughts?
Yeah, just wanted to let you know you may get some skewed answers for question number 3 because it would only allow us to pick one per column, but they were all different sessions. So we would have to put, in order to get past that, we would have to put strongly disagree, like we had to put things that weren't quite accurate. I think it was just a formatting thing with the survey.
Yes, thank you for letting us know. I've heard feedback from a lot of people and we've adjusted the settings, so hopefully it will work better now. Apologies and thank you.
I already submitted it though. Sorry.
Okay. We understand. Technology, there's just like a million details and 100 million ways for it to go wrong. So sorry about that.
So just so that, I mean, I don't know if you can tally this, but I mean, the ones that I saw were all really good. So I didn't actually, and then the other ones were non-applicable if I didn't see them. So just disregard the disagree answers because I was trying to figure out how to make it work, but
mahalo, Rachel. And you can leave
so
feedback
sorry.
for the
I'm not able, it's not even if you fart around with it and add 2 to a column, it's still not accepting for that. I think it's the same number 3 with you needed to have more than 1 in a column.
It's the same thing for me too, Anita.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm like,
yeah, and I tried to switch it all up, and that's what they were talking about prior to this. So I don't know, Deb, how we can.
So again, I've adjusted the settings. We'll do the best we can. And to give feedback on individual sessions, you just click on the link in the schedule on the platform, and you can do that.
No, I realize that, but even trying to adjust it and it still doesn't let me advance. It keeps giving me the please don't select more than 1 response.
Right. That's what I was trying to say too.
Yeah.
Michelle, for me, I have to, it has a little button at the bottom and it says clear, and it clears it, but then it only allows you to pick 1 out of the whole rows. So you gotta only choose 1. And that was the only way that I could submit my form. So just letting you know, that's what I had to do. But
so you did that. Okay, I'll go back
at the very bottom. At the very bottom of that 1 number, it has like the rows at the very bottom on the right side. There is clear all, and then it clears that 1 section all.
I'll try that again.
I don't even have that. Ooh, yeah, I remember you though. We did grad school together, or was it undergrad?
Grad school. I think you were advanced. So you were like one other level. Yeah. No. You was really my cutting. Stop putting yourself as if it wasn't my cut. Yeah, you were like over there. I still remember. And then also, did you work for Aloha House? Or you still do?
I'm in private practice now. I'm in private practice now. And then I work with Paul, and I do some other community stuff. So no, I'm not there.
No, but you were.
I were.
I heard you say that.
I were as well.
Yeah.
I don't have the clear button.
I don't. Yeah, this is not working.
Mine neither.
Sorry,
I'm really getting frustrated.
I need the CEUs. That's all.
I knew I should have taken care of it.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't need to be here. If you
do you have something that
there wouldn't be a button at all if I was the one in charge.
So I put in the chat, perhaps what we can do is send the evaluation form in a separate email later on, so that we can lessen the frustration.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. After such a wonderful conference, I'm not going to get frustrated by that. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, put my oxygen mask on, like the doctor said.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Is that what we'll do? We'll send
yes, that's what we'll do. We don't want people to have to be frustrated. Please, we'll do the best we can to get it figured out, and we will resend it. And take a deep breath in and
really.
We'll take a nap.
Take it off.
We'll take a nap. Hi, Anita.
Hello. Yeah, I just got totally stressed out. Like I'm a perfectionist.
Don't worry. I will definitely drop your name in so that so they know and remember. But I think they just said they're going to send the link to
That'll be better.
Okay,
I just did it again and again, and it was all not work. I'm like, forget it. I'm going to the beach.
Thank you for your effort.
So my head, I'm all over the top about this.
We will release everyone who's not with the conference planning committee at this time, and just ask for the conference folks to stick around for a few minutes.
But I appreciate the CEUs. Thank you so much. Kathy, if you're going to Baldwin, I'll see you there.